Hi there. I am Sandra and today we're going to explore the fascinating world of bacterial growth. So, buckle up and get ready to discover the different growth phases they go through and the conditions that allow bacteria to flourish. Let's go on this exciting journey together. Hello. Sandra speaking. Hi Jen, what's up? What? Your bacterial culture stopped growing? Sure, we can meet. Give me a minute. We find ourselves in a remarkable biotech facility where cutting-edge drugs are manufactured with the help of none other than bacteria.
Yeah, to be more precise, it is the species E.coli. However, in recent days, our production has taken a severe hit, leaving us scratching our heads in bewilderment. Perhaps you could conduct an analysis in the lab to determine what is going on with our tiny microbial friends.
Sure. My pleasure. Before heading to the lab, it would be beneficial to first review some theoretical knowledge on the growth process of bacteria. So, can you believe it? The growth of bacteria follows a certain pattern, which we can depict with the bacterial growth curve. When bacteria are introduced into a new environment, they adjust and prepare for growth known as the lag phase. Although there is no replication, cells may grow in size. After their adaptation to the environment, they enter the log phase, where they start to divide and the population grows exponentially. The culture reaches its maximum growth rate. However, as the bacterial population grows, the availability of nutrients may become limited and the number of cells dividing is equal to the number of cells that have died due to nutrient depletion. The growth rate reaches zero. Finally, if the nutrient supply continues to decrease or toxic waste products accumulate, the bacteria are not able to divide and the number of dead cells increases, leading to a decline in the population. Now that we have gained some insight into the growth process of bacteria, let's turn our attention to the factors that can have a substantial impact on microbial growth. These factors include temperature, nutrient availability, moisture, waste removal, and pH. Jenny has sent the temperature log and there is nothing about to worry for the little fellows. They have it warm and cozy at 37 degrees Celsius. And I checked already the LB medium for enough nutrients. It contained enough vitamins, amino acids and minerals. So, that is not causing the problems. Chloe, what could you find out about the waste products?
I could not find high concentrations of waste products in the sample that could affect the growth of the E. coli bacteria. Now we only have the chance that the pH value is not optimal.
You are right. And maintaining an appropriate pH is paramount to ensuring optimal microbial growth since changes in pH can alter protein structure and function. Each bacterial species has its own specific pH growth range and optimum. Our bacterium E. coli is thriving best at pH levels between 6.5 and 7.5. And our pH test shows a pH of 5, which could very well explain our unsatisfactory yields. After the results from the lab, could you figure out why the pH was so low?
Yes, we caught the problem. It was the water that we added, but we solved the problem and now the bacterial culture is thriving again.
That's great. Okay fellows, now let's check out the quiz. After some basic information on bacterial growth and the factors that contribute to it, test yourself. We have prepared 3 questions for you. Get ready to demonstrate your knowledge. You have 10 seconds. Next question. In which bacterial growth phase is the number of dividing cells equal to the number of cells that have died due to lack of nutrients? You have 10 seconds. Good luck. And now the last one. If a single E. coli bacterium multiplies every 20 minutes, How many are there in 2 hours? You have 10 seconds. Good luck. Do you want more? Then check it out and visit our website.